Hello, welcome to Friday's Look North.
Our top story tonight, the stigma of invisible illness. How suffering from chronic conditions which no one can see can have a devastating impact on people's lives.
I was so scared that if I actually told anyone what that meant and how debilitating it sometimes was, and I'd had 3 life-saving operations and any of those things, that actually they'd suddenly look at me differently.
We speak to a campaigner who says society needs to be more aware of invisible illnesses.
Also tonight, Christmas is back on for Wizard singer Roy Wood after his van and gear stolen from a warehouse in Leeds is recovered.
Singing to success, we'll hear from Amelia from Ripon, who's not only Young Chorister of the Year, but preparing to perform on the world's longest-running live orchestral music programme on radio.
And the magic flute, how a young girl with autism has brought rather a lot of festive cheer to her local food bank.
And some potentially disruptive weather this weekend. We've got warnings from the Met Office for snow and ice. I'll be back later in the programme with all the details.
But first tonight, to the stigma of suffering a lifelong illness which can't easily be seen. The condition can involve chronic pain, extensive surgery and life-saving treatment, but the people affected have no physical signs of being so ill.
One of those conditions is Crohn's disease, which affects around 115,000 people in the UK. Affecting the digestive system, it's often described as a hidden illness. The person may look OK, that they could be in terrible pain. Emma Gordon from Leeds, who has the disease and she's had it most of her life, wants to raise awareness of the condition by making a film about it. Amanda Harper has been to meet her.
When the pain is really bad, it's hideous. But I think it's imagining the worst pain that you've ever been in and that not going away.
Emma was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when she was just 3 years old, a lifelong condition that affects the digestive system. It's often described as a hidden illness. The person may not look sick, but they're often dealing with chronic pain or exhaustion.
If you start listening during this, really listening during this bit.
Working as a teacher on community projects, Emma has to be on form, but some days can prove challenging.
I'm feeling fairly rubbish today. I'm in quite a lot of pain. I'm quite uncomfortable. I'm struggling with energy quite a lot today.
I went through 35 years of my life saying, I've got Crohn's disease, but I'm fine, because I was so scared that if I actually told anyone what that meant and how debilitating it sometimes was, and I'd had 3 life-saving operations and any of those things, that actually they'd suddenly look at me differently.
2 years ago, Emma became critically ill. Her weight dropped to just 5 stone, which led to her being fitted with a feeding tube. It also meant that her illness was visible for the first time.
I'd become very aware of people perceiving me differently, very conscious of people being able to see that something was wrong with me, even if they didn't know what. I took a video on my phone of taking the tube out, and I watched it back the other day, and it made me cry.
I'm about to remove Nellie after exactly 16 months and 2 days.
It brought back all the emotion of just how much it had affected me, having a tube, and how much it affected my own perception of myself.
My face is back. You've got 2 slats in my face.
It was just me, and so to all intents and purposes it looked like a healthy face. It wasn't a face that had illness slapped on it, and that was massive.
Hi. Would you like a cup of tea?
Juggling hospital checkups with work, Emma is always busy. She's now hoping to make a film about what it's like to live with a chronic disease.
We want to get people talking. We want to get people who have chronic illness or who support people through chronic illness talking to each other. I will always live with Crohn's disease, but I suppose as long as I can always keep living with and not giving into, then that's positive.
Amanda Harper, BBC Look North, Leeds.
What a strong and powerful lady. Well, a lady who can relate to Emma's story is Sam Cleesby from Sheffield. She had to have her bowel removed because of an ongoing condition called ulcerative colitis.
She now runs a website